Andy, how you doing?
Hey Myers, good. How are you?
Good to see you again. Appreciate you allowing me to come out. I tell you what, it's a nice day, a little breeze on the porch. Let's have a seat and
Come on over. This home was designed for a family, to raise a family. It's got a little over 5,000 square feet, so it accommodates
that's right.
any size family you have, really. Also, this is a good home for entertainment. So if a business in the area or desires to have an executive home to entertain guests or out-of-town business visitors, it's a good place for that too.
Well, you're just right outside of town. What are we, 2.5 miles from downtown?
Right, to the courthouse is 3 miles.
What are some of the attributes of South Georgia that someone from halfway across the country would want to know? Why would they come to Colquitt, Georgia?
Okay, you've got a very good climate year round. We do have winter and change of season. You do have a fall and winter. It appeals to the hunter,
Okay.
but it's not a harsh winter. It's a good warm climate, much as what you find in Florida. We're in Southwest Georgia. There's great golf in the area. There's great fishing in the area. We've got Lake Seminole, we've got Lake George, we've got the Chattahoochee River, Flint River, we've got Spring Creek.
So you got three major tributaries, 2 major rivers in Spring Creek feeding into a 38,000 acre lake down there at Lake Seminole.
That's right.
That's fisherman's paradise right there.
That's right. And you're also just 45 minutes away from Lake George. In Alabama, they call it Lake Eufaula. Right.
Tell me about how far do you have to go to get to some higher end commerce or a lot more commercial buildings, or if you want to go down to the mall, what would you have to do?
Okay, you've got good food locally.
I know it's great.
Period. And good restaurants. But we're kind of in the middle of a triangle. Albany to the northeast, Tallahassee to the southeast, and Dothan's about due west, and Colquitt's right in the middle of that triangle.
Right on US 27.
That's right. So in 45 minutes to an hour, you could be at any restaurant in any of those cities. And of course, each of those is a 100,000 plus city.
That's right. So you've got a lot of variety there. You've got higher education in each one of those towns, and then you've got really good health facilities in each one of these towns as well. So it's not like that if you want to go into a specialist or something of that nature, you don't have to travel. You don't have to travel halfway across the world to get there.
Colquitt and Miller County is sort of unique as far as its medical community. It's actually growing.
Okay.
With doctors, the hospital's expanding. Got a good nursing home, good hospital, good doctors. We also have, to appeal to the family, we've got good public schools and we've got good private schools all close by.
Okay. So if someone wants to move out here for recreation, we understand that, but there's also good job opportunities within this triangle for someone who wants to live in a rural environment, or as we say around here, if you want to live in the country, you can live in the country, and then you can go back in and work in one of these other towns for a better income opportunity or more job opportunities.
That's right. A lot of people that live in Miller County commute to one of those cities, either Albany, Tallahassee, or Dothan, to work, or the paper mill. Cedar Springs is only 20 minutes away.
Okay.
A lot of people have had great jobs there for many years. A lot
Good
of people
job,
have retired.
So let's talk about that getaway. Now I'm guessing right here, but I don't think it's about what, 2.5 hours down to the Gulf Coast.
You'd be at Panama City Beach in 2 hours.
So 2 hours, Panama City. Destin's a little bit farther. So you've got that Gulf Coast down there to the south end. If you want that East Coast of Georgia, what's that, about a 3.5 hour ride?
East Coast is right at 4 hours.
So you're about 4 hours, and then if you want to go to the mountains, that's about a 4 hour ride,
That's
wouldn't
right.
it be?
That's right.
We really want to understand what your goals, what your objectives are here. Why did you make the decision to sell?
Given my age and circumstances and my situation, I've decided it's time to move on, and this has been a great house for a great home for me and my family for over 25 years. If you want an opportunity for this property, be ready for September 22nd.
Why that you chose the auction route over a traditional list?
Well, it seemed that this type property in a rural area just needed a broader exposure. Bring in a wider audience, bring in a wider prospect of buyers, and just open up the marketplace, utilize your media skills to do that.
Okay.
And the reason for the auction is to have a day certain.
Let's talk a little bit about how I envision selling these 3 or 4 lots that we're going to have. The surveyor I know is working on this, and we're going to have a finalized plat here in the next few days. And well, you know, being around farm sales here in South Georgia, it's not uncommon to sell a piece of property divided.
Right.
So what I see here is the opportunity to offer more tracts to more people, because you know what? I think that there's a need, and someone, like you said a while ago, they don't want to live in town, but between here and the golf course is not a bad place. So you've got this laid out very nicely with the house on a track, and then we've got is a total of 3 other tracks that we're going to do.
I think that's what we've pretty much decided
Okay.
upon. There'll be 2 lots that run on Phillipsburg in addition to the residence,
Okay.
and then 1 lot that fronts on Jeterville Road.
All right.
And one thing I am going to do though is that the residential tract, the home tract, will also own an access road to Jeterville,
Okay,
so that
so-
you can access the home from both
Have a front
highways.
drive and have a back drive.
That's right.
Well, you know what? This gives people the opportunity to buy a smaller tract if they want to. However, at the end of the day, we will offer this as a whole, and that's okay. So, Danny, we talked about a lot of scenarios. We talked about a lot of what ifs. But what about that person that's been in the community, that's known you all your life, and they just may not believe that you're going to sell this house at auction? What would you say to that person?
Well, I've thought about it long and hard. I've come to the decision. I'm prepared to sell this property, and what I would tell that person is this: if you're interested in this property, if you want this property, be prepared to buy it.
You know, Danny, I think you're ready to have an auction.